Hey everyone, it's so great to have you on another episode, another edition of Outset. And this is all about stepping out in faith to shape our week. So thank you for joining in. Thank you for being a part of this each and every week. I hope that you're blessed and encouraged. This week, I want to share with you really just one word. And maybe it's a word that will stick with you and a word that you can go back to throughout each and every day of this week because God wants to create something in us. And that's where we find ourselves this week in this edition in Psalm 51, verse 10. Now, this psalm is all about David as he is confessing and as he's grappling with his sin with Bathsheba. And he's going before God in a repentant state, a repentant posture to have God restore him and actually create a new heart in him. And that's what he says here. He says, God, create a clean heart for me and renew a steadfast spirit within me. I want to zero in on that word create. Do you know that word create is the same ancient Hebrew word that goes all the way back to Genesis? That's right. It's a word used describing only what God can do. So David is pleading before God and he's asking God to create in him this new heart. David realizes it's not something that he can do. David realizes he can't be good enough to get this heart. No, he's going to the source of creation and he's crying out to God and he's saying, God, you're the only one that can do this. You're the only one that can create this new heart within me. And he goes all the way back to when God spoke everything into being in Genesis at the very beginning of his word, creating in a way that only he can. And that's what I want for you this week. Maybe there is something in your life that is holding you back. And maybe it's time for you, like David, to confess and ask God to create that new heart in you. Maybe you need to go before God and say, Lord, this has been going on for too long. I need to turn away from this, and I need you to create in me the heart you created in David. And I need to be made new and recommitted and refreshed and revitalized to live for you this week. If you'll take that risk, if you'll take that step in boldness of faith, I know God will not only create it, but he'll create opportunities for you to be used by him for his glory this week. I hope this encourages you, and we hope to see you back next week on the next edition of Outset.